Shalom Yasharallah. Call Halayim Layhao Bashmi Shai Bahasham Rakaha Kodash. Double honors to the elder apostles and the bishops and the elders, a great millstone pushing the truth worldwide to seal the elected Israel. The 144,000 men that are going to rule with Yahweh Shai when he returns. And the men, women, and children that believe in Yahweh Bashmi Shai in all righteousness, truth, and sincerity to you. I say Shalom. I'm going to try to do this real quick because I only have 36% on my battery. I just finished work. It's snowing. So normally, I start the lesson while I'm driving, but it's snowing and like the roads are bad. So I was like, yo, bro, let me fucking pay attention and get home safe because my car sucks in the snow. Like, I was sliding just now, bro. So, I'm home safe. I'm parked up. So yo, let me just get into this. I'm going to go into spirit. I'm not going to make this long. I'm going to try not to make this long. I have a video. It's like a 2-minute video, which inspired me to do this lesson. So it's about the elites and how they destroy countries and the reason why they destroy countries. And I have a clip. It's Andrew Tate talking. See, that's his name, Andrew Tate. Yeah, Andrew Tate, and he's explaining shit. And like, I never really heard a man say it the way he said it, and it makes sense. Cause you'd be like wondering, bro, I can run a country better than the fucking people who run it. Like, the Prime Minister of Canada is destroying the country. And you're like, how the fuck is this guy? Why is this guy destroying the country? And like, he's doing it on purpose because you can't be retarded. You know what I mean? And it's like, bro, there's a reason. You know what? I should just let you listen to the video one time. And now that will make shit quick and explain shit quick. So, because I don't want to make this too long. Because, I could go off and like rant and shit. And I don't have the battery power to do that. So, take this in, Israel.
We can make a lot more money by destroying the West than improving it. In fact, it's got to the point where improving the West doesn't make us any money at all. Because those lazy Westerners and their standards of living, and they're paying too much attention, and they notice too much. This is really annoying. Let's just destroy everything and benefit off the chaos. The reason you can know they're doing this is because they were doing this in the second and third world while improving the first world. When Europe was improving and America was improving, they were looting Africa and looting all these second and third world nations. Some countries always been getting screwed, so another country can do well. There's two sides to the coin. And it's basically inverted. Instead of destroying Africa, instead of destroying India and destroying the Middle East and saying, let's destroy these places so Europe can do well, they've decided, let's destroy Europe so Middle East can do well. If you had to place a bet, a $10 million bet on a country like it was a racehorse, and you had to bet on the United Arab Emirates or the UK, and in 10 years from now, you're going to measure all the metrics and see which countries improved the most, which one you're going to bet on. And you're not even a professional. You're not even a banker. You're not even somebody who can actually affect it and make it happen. Not only can they make the bet, they can then affect that bet. They can bet on the Middle East. They can bet against Europe, and they can make sure their bet pays off. And these are the people with the money. And these are the people who choose your politicians. So when your politicians seem to be destroying the country on purpose, and you sit there and go, why is the politician destroying the country? He works for us. Doesn't he want the country to be good? Doesn't he want the country to do better? Well, the answer to that is no, he doesn't work for you. He works for the rich people who put him there. And the rich people want the country to be worse. So that's why it's getting worse. None of this is accidental. There is no such thing as accidentally not having a border and allowing unchecked migrants to turn up and paying for them all to come. There's no such thing as accidentally screwing over your veterans while giving houses to people who have never even lived in the country. There's no such thing as accidentally letting knife crime run rampant or accidentally letting violent criminals out of jail over and over again. This is not an accident. And to put it down to some degree of stupidity, and that is ignorance, and that the woke left mob, and they have left woke judges who accidentally let the murderers out, that is optimistic. Because the truth is far worse. The truth is this.
So that was I never saw part one. I never seen part three, but this nigga was spitting, and like it puts a lot of things in perspective. Like the countries are being destroyed for a reason. So like, and I'm also seeing the fact the so if you know like anything about Freemasonry and like their plans for the world wars, how all the world wars were planned and stuff. First of all, Yahweh Basham Yahweh Shai plans all the wars, and you know all the wars are Yahweh Basham Yahweh Shai is doing. But this third war is supposedly supposed to be Christians versus Muslims, basically. And I see the setup, you know what I mean? But the fact that, yeah, you don't accidentally let idiots into the country to destroy it, even though all your citizens are saying, why are you letting all these niggas in the country? Get them out. And you're lenient on crime, and you know if one of these assholes commit a crime, you don't want them to, like for example, Canada. So one of these immigrants or whatever, if they commit a crime, they can they can serve up to 6 months minus a day, and they won't have to be deported. If they serve 6 months plus a day, then they automatically have to be deported. So a lot of these assholes are committing crimes, and they're being sentenced to if it's, if they have to put them in jail, they're giving them 6 months minus a day so that they don't get kicked out the country. Why would you do that? They're also letting mans who they know are like sex criminals and fucking terrorist linked mans in the country. They have, bro, the other day we just found out that mans can download an app, fill out their application in the app, then show up to the country and get into the country because they filled out a app. Like you don't have to get interviewed or nothing. Beer mans are showing up. They don't even know how to fucking speak English. And these niggas don't have any type of work experience. They're not getting any jobs, and they're just collecting welfare, basically. Let me see how much battery I have. 33%. Why would you let anyone who's not, benefiting the country or the economy into the country, and they're just sucking the fucking resources and spending up your tax dollars? And also they're running fucking finesse scams, and they know it. Like they're saying, oh, we need asylum, we're asylum seekers. From where? What's squatting in your country that you need asylum? There's no fucking wars going on in certain countries where, you know what I mean? It is an on purpose thing. Europe's mosh up, Canada's mosh up, America's getting mosh up. I don't want to talk about the fucking Somali shit right now. I think I might do a lesson on that because I find it very interesting on what's going on in America right now. So I'm gonna leave that alone. But yeah, just know that these assholes are moshing up the countries on purpose, man. What kind of wicked shit is that? Why would you do that? Because they're wicked. But it's all Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is doing anyways, and they're all gonna pay for it anyway. So it's soft. Mosh up the country. We don't have 10, 20, 30 years to be here, bro. Yahushua is coming. So it doesn't matter, man. The war is coming, the mark of the beast is coming, all that. So let's go. Mosh up the country, no? Mosh it up. Let's get these scriptures. And then we'll go, we'll deal in the spirit. I put when the wicked rule, the people mourn. See? So this is Job 9:24. Banger. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? And that's Esau Edom. He runs the world. He calls all the shots. He lets people in. He opens borders up. Like, even little shit, man. Like, shit that could never, ever happen in my city in the 80s, 90s, the early 2000s is happening now. Like, it's like, why aren't you doing something? Answer the question. Why aren't you doing something about the shit that could never happen before, but now it's happening, bro? How come no one's doing anything about it? No one's doing nothing about it. Nothing. And it's like, yo, you want them to fix it? It's like, yo, bro, can you fucking, but there's nothing you could do. There's nothing I could do. But it's soft, bro. Whatever, man. War, bro. It's a time for war. Time for hate and a time for war. Micah 2:11. Sorry, Micah 2:1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in their power, in the power of their hand. So these people come up with plans. They had plans from years, just like I said earlier with that Albert Pike nigga, that fucking 33-degree Mason pusshole. You know what I mean? They planned all these shits, like the wars and conflicts and stuff. All the conflicts are planned. It's just puppet mans using politicians, and all these politicians are fucking waste youths, and they're freaking labiquita. Like, they're all being blackmailed, and they're all freaking taking bribes and money and shit. There's nothing you can do about it, and you guys vote for them. But it's not like people aren't elected. People are selected. You know what I mean? So you'll never see a upright, outstanding, freaking politician that's actually doing anything good. They all, when they get in, it's like, yo, all we got to do is show up here and talk shit and get money, and we don't have to go to a real job. And then that's what they want to be, like a career, politician and shit. And they just go with the flow, man, to stay in power. And another thing, if I was in charge, okay, this is Canada, it would be a law you're not allowed to run for any type of office with power if you were not born in this country. Why the fuck would you let anyone not born here into any type of office? Like, it makes no sense. It makes no sense, bro. And then these politicians don't have they're loyal to other countries and other shit. Just like this thing in America with these Somalis, bro. It's heating up, man. We're gonna get into that. Not today, but because I find it really, really interesting. And a lot of truth are coming out about you certain nations. Like, certain you people, bro, are just bags of dog shit, man. And we're lumping, like, Israel was painted with a broad brush. We all went into captivity together. We all fell together. So all of you niggas, I don't give a shit if there's 10 of you and 3 are okay and 1 is decent and the rest are, all of you, you're all getting brushed with the same shit, man. Habakkuk 2:6. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increases that which is not his? How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. So mans who aren't from different countries are moshing up countries that they're not even from, putting niggas in debt to serve their agenda, or whatever agenda it might be. Just like Andrew Tate said, yo, the second and third world countries got looted and moshed up so that America and the UK can rise. Now it's like, okay, let's do it opposite. Let's fuck up these countries so that, these people can rise, and countries who didn't have power before have some type of power and are matching America and whatever. So it's going to be an even playing field when war comes, for sure, for sure. And everyone, and the stick clay, they all love debt, and they're just doing it. They're mashing up the money so that they can bring in the MOTB. You know what I mean? Last one, and then we're gonna get out of here. James 5:3. And we're gonna tell you your plans are gonna fail because your money's gonna fucking the money's gonna die, but your plan's gonna die because the elect aren't gonna take the MOTV. James 5:3. Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be witnessed against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Ye have heaped treasure together for the last days. Your money's not going to save you. Your bunkers aren't going to save you. Your weapons aren't going to save you. The people can't save you. The elites are going to, you're all turning against each other. Egyptian versus the Egyptian. Fucking Amalek hates Esau. Esau hates Amalek. And you're all Edomites. Islam is like basically the fucking villain right now. Oh, and another thing, bro. All you Muslims, you're all crooks. You don't have a God. Your God is fake. There's nothing righteous about you. You're idol worshippers. And you're all criminals, man. The majority, like nation-wise, like your governments, all governments are corrupt. And the people, if the government's corrupt, the people are corrupt, man. I'm telling you. Let me see how much battery I have left. 29%. So yeah, Andrew Tate was spitting. I would love to hear part 2 or part 1, 2, and 3, or however many parts there are. Because I want to hear what he has to say. If I find it, maybe I'll go into it another time. But yeah, I just wanted to point that out because we're really living and seeing, like I'm literally seeing my country be destroyed, bro. And it's, a man said, yes, I think it was the lesson I did yesterday. Like a bitch said, certain people, not all people, like myself included, are making more money than they've ever made in their life. And they're still hit stick, bro. They're still in crazy debt. They're still getting taxed out the fucking, out the gym, and could barely pay for shit and whatever. And they have no incentive to work extra because your money's being taken away by the government. What's the government doing with it? If they're not spending it on some dumb shit, they're spending it on fucking assholes that shouldn't even fucking be in the country. And then there's next niggas who are finessing and, bro, I keep talking, bro. These niggas in America, let these people come to their country from their piece of shit country with a bag. They come here. I don't know if they're here forever or whatever, but they have a bag of children. Dog, I seen a video of the school, okay, and all these kids in the school are all from Somalia, bro. How does that happen? And I have the numbers. I might do that shit tomorrow. But anyways, and you let people get away with shit, bro. Like you're letting people get away with crime, and it's all done on purpose, bro. But it's okay. It's okay. It's okay, man. Righteousness is on its way. Justice is on its way. Yahweh Shai is on his way, man. Our Lord is on his way. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is sending his son to come get us, man. Lord will, I'm part of that number. All right? That's it. 19 minutes going on to 20. I don't want to be here too long. You saw what Andrew Tate said. He made perfect sense. And that's what's going on in the world. You know what I mean? Soft. So with that, I want to say all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bahasham Rakah Kwadash, double honors to the apostles and the bishops and the elders, the 144,000 men who are going to rule with our Lord Yahushai when he returns, and the men, women, and children that truly believe in the truth, that are not being fooled by these fake friggin' false prophets, fam. That's another thing. I gotta catch up on some on some of these videos, because I'm still trying to figure out what certain mans are saying You know what I mean? It's a lot, yo. It's a lot. So I'm going to try to catch up. All right, Israel. Pray and repent. Okay? Hold it down. Shalom.